Yes, you heard that right. These Muslim-majority countries have the highest number of Catholic churches. That's right, some of these countries even surpass certain European nations in the number of churches they host. Today on Explore with Alan, we will dive into the 10 Muslim countries with the largest presence of Catholic churches. And remember, more Catholic churches often indicate a growing Christian population. But before moving to list, please give us a like and subscribe as we put a lot of effort in making these kind of videos for you. Now, let's start with number 10 on our list. Number 10, Morocco. What if I told you that Morocco, a predominantly Muslim country, is home to a significant number of Catholic churches? That's right, Morocco may be known for its rich Islamic heritage, but even more surprising is that the Christian population, though small, is quite present. In 2023, there are around 44 Catholic churches scattered across the country, serving a Christian community that numbers approximately 30,000, largely composed of foreign nationals. Morocco has a population of around 37 million people, with about 99% identifying as Muslim. Historically, the Christian community in Morocco was larger, with churches established during the French colonial period. Back in 2010, the number of Catholics and churches was slightly higher, but due to migration and other factors, the numbers have decreased over time. However, there remains a vibrant Catholic presence, with churches such as St. Peter's Cathedral in Rabat and St. Francis of Assisi Church in Marrakech standing as active places of worship. The Catholic community is mostly expatriates, including students, business professionals, and diplomats. But even more shocking is that Morocco's government allows freedom of religion, though Christian Moroccans who convert from Islam face significant social challenges. The growth of the Christian community is slow but steady, with small increases in the number of churches in recent years due to the rising number of expatriates and foreign workers. In reality, while Morocco is deeply tied to its Islamic roots, the peaceful coexistence of its Catholic and Muslim communities is a testament to the country's cultural tolerance. It will be interesting to see how the Catholic community evolves in the coming years as Morocco continues to welcome more international residents. Number 9, Bahrain. What if I told you that Bahrain, a small island nation in the Persian Gulf, has a Catholic church presence that's more significant than you might think? Bahrain, known for its rich Islamic history, has around 30 Catholic churches in 2023, catering to a Christian population of roughly 80,000 people. Despite being predominantly Muslim, about 70% of its population of 1.5 million identify as Muslim. Bahrain is home to a thriving Christian expatriate community. Back in 2010, the number of Catholic churches stood at about 25, showing a steady increase over the years. This growth is largely due to the influx of expatriate workers, particularly from South Asia and the Philippines, many of whom are practicing Catholics. One of the most famous churches is the Sacred Heart Church in Manama, which was established in 1939 and remains one of the most active Catholic churches in the region. Even more shocking is that Bahrain's government actively supports religious freedom, granting land for the construction of the largest Catholic cathedral in the Arabian Peninsula, Our Lady of Arabia Cathedral, which was consecrated in 2021. This marks a monumental step for the Catholic community, as the government continues to welcome foreign workers and religious diversity. In reality, Bahrain stands out as a beacon of religious tolerance in the Gulf, with its Catholic community continuing to grow and flourish. The Christian presence, though small in numbers, plays a vital role in the country's multicultural society, contributing to Bahrain's unique identity. Number 8, United Arab Emirates. Yes, you heard that right. The United Arab Emirates UAE, a Muslim-majority country, is home to an impressive number of Catholic churches. In 2023, there are over 40 Catholic churches scattered across the Emirates, serving a Christian population of more than 1 million people. The UAE has a population of about 10 million, with nearly 85% identifying as Muslim. But the Christian expatriate community is significant, driven largely by workers from countries like India, the Philippines, and Lebanon. Back in 2010, there were around 30 churches, and the number has steadily increased as the country has continued to develop and attract a growing international workforce. Churches like St. Joseph's Cathedral in Abu Dhabi and St. Mary's Church in Dubai are hubs of religious activity for Catholics in the region, hosting thousands of worshippers each week. But even more shocking is the level of freedom and support the UAE government provides for non-Muslim religious communities. The UAE has designated special areas for churches and allows religious services, which is quite progressive for a Gulf country. The construction of places like St. Paul's Church in Abu Dhabi is a testament to the country's growing recognition of its diverse population. In reality, while the UAE is a Muslim-majority country, its openness to different faiths, particularly Catholicism, has made it a model for coexistence in the Gulf. As the expatriate community continues to grow, so does the Christian presence, and the UAE stands as one of the most tolerant nations in the region. Before we continue, I want to take a quick moment to thank you all for helping us reach 10,000 subscribers. To celebrate, I've launched a new store with some awesome designs, including brand new Donald Trump designs that I know you'll love. Click the top link in the description or visit the bio to check them out and be a part of our growing community of explorers. These designs are made for true enthusiasts, so don't miss out. Number 7. Turkey. What if I told you that Turkey, a country often seen as the bridge between East and West, is home to more Catholic churches than you'd expect? While 99% of Turkey's 85 million people identify as Muslim, the country is home to a Christian population of about 200,000, including roughly 50,000 Catholics. There are about 60 Catholic churches scattered across Turkey, many with deep historical roots dating back to the Byzantine Empire. Even more surprising is that some of these churches have survived centuries of political and social change. Notable Catholic churches such as the Church of St. Anthony of Padua in Istanbul attract thousands of worshippers and tourists alike, standing as a symbol of religious diversity in a country known for its rich Islamic and Ottoman heritage. Back in 2010, there were fewer than 50 Catholic churches, showing a gradual but notable increase in the number of churches over the past decade. While Turkey has seen political shifts over the years, it still upholds religious freedom to some extent. The Christian population, although small, maintains a strong presence in cities like Istanbul and Izmir. Turkey's strategic location between Europe and Asia means that it has long been a crossroads of different cultures and religions, and this is reflected in the continuing presence of Catholicism. But even more shocking is that Turkey's Catholic population, though small, has maintained its religious traditions and practices amidst a predominantly Muslim nation. In reality, the peaceful coexistence of Christian and Muslim communities in Turkey serves as a reminder of the country's complex and multicultural history, where churches continue to stand as testaments to Turkey's diverse religious landscape. Number 6. Iraq. You might be surprised to learn that Iraq, a country deeply rooted in Islamic history, is also home to a significant number of Catholic churches. As of 2023, Iraq has around 50 Catholic churches, catering to a Christian population of about 200,000 people. While the country has faced political and social turmoil over the years, the Catholic presence remains resilient. In 2010, the number of churches was slightly higher, with around 60 Catholic churches, but many were destroyed or closed due to conflict, especially in areas like Mosul and the Negev Plains. The Christian population, particularly Catholics, has dwindled over the years, largely due to emigration following the rise of ISIS and other violent groups. In 2003, before the Iraq War, Christians made up about 1.5 million of the population. Today, it's significantly lower, yet the remaining community continues to hold on to its faith and traditions. One of the most well-known Catholic institutions is St. Joseph's Cathedral in Baghdad, which still serves as a hub for religious activities despite the challenges. Even more remarkable is the construction of new churches, like Our Lady of Salvation Church, which was rebuilt after being bombed in 2010. These churches are a testament to the strength of the Christian community in a country still recovering from decades of conflict. In reality, Iraq's Christian population, though reduced, remains steadfast, and the presence of these churches serves as a symbol of endurance and hope in a region often defined by instability. Number 5. Jordan. Jordan, a nation of remarkable religious diversity, is home to about 40 Catholic churches in 2023, serving a Christian population of about 180,000 people. Jordan's total population is around 11 million, with 95% identifying as Muslim. But the Christian community, especially the Catholic minority, holds an important place in the country's cultural landscape. Back in 2010, the number of Catholic churches was approximately 35, showing a steady increase as the country welcomed Christian refugees from neighboring countries like Syria and Iraq. These churches, such as the Latin Patriarchate Church in Amman, are not only places of worship but also centers for social service and education for both Christians and Muslims. Even more notable is Jordan's commitment to religious tolerance and coexistence. The government ensures freedom of worship, and Christian communities have strong ties to the monarchy, often playing prominent roles in Jordanian society. This is a country where Christianity and Islam have coexisted peacefully for centuries. But what's even more shocking is how Jordan's Catholic community has adapted to the influx of refugees over the past decade, providing not just spiritual guidance but also material support to thousands of displaced people. In reality, Jordan's Catholic churches serve as both religious and humanitarian centers, illustrating the country's unique role as a safe haven in the Middle East. Number 4. Egypt. What if I told you that Egypt, with its ancient Islamic heritage, is also home to a significant Catholic presence? As of 2023, Egypt has around 100 Catholic churches, serving a Christian population of roughly 250,000. While Egypt's population is over 110 million, with 90% identifying as Muslim, the Christian community, especially Catholics and Copts, has deep historical roots. In 2010, the number of Catholic churches was slightly lower, around 90, showing a modest growth in the face of political and social upheavals. Cairo alone is home to several notable Catholic churches, including the Cathedral of Our Lady of Egypt, which serves as the spiritual heart of the Catholic community. Egypt has had its share of challenges, with attacks on Christian communities being a sad reality over the years. But even more remarkable is how these churches continue to thrive, providing not only religious services but also education and healthcare to thousands of Egyptians. The Catholic Church in Egypt plays a vital role in supporting both Christians and Muslims through charitable activities and social services. What's even more surprising is how the Egyptian government has, in recent years, made efforts to protect and restore Christian religious sites. In 2019, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi approved the construction of a new Catholic cathedral, further solidifying the Catholic Church's presence in the country. In reality, Egypt's Catholic community continues to be a beacon of faith and resilience in a country where religion has always played a significant role. The growing number of churches and the government's recognition of their importance reflect a dynamic that many might find surprising in a predominantly Muslim country. Number 3. Lebanon. Lebanon, known for its rich history and vibrant religious diversity, has a significant Christian population. As of 2023, the country has around 300 Catholic churches serving a Christian population of about 1.5 million people, which makes up nearly 40% of the total population of 5.3 million. This is one of the few Middle Eastern countries where Christians, including Catholics, play such a prominent role in the social and political fabric. In 2010, Lebanon had approximately 270 Catholic churches, showing gradual growth even in the face of internal conflict and regional instability. The Catholic community, especially the Maronite Catholics, is deeply intertwined with Lebanon's identity, having long been a major influence in its cultural and political affairs. But what's more surprising is that, despite the ongoing political and economic crises in Lebanon, the Catholic Church remains a stabilizing force, providing education, healthcare, and charity to both Christians and Muslims alike. Catholic schools and universities, such as the University St. Joseph in Beirut, continue to educate thousands, offering a beacon of hope amidst Lebanon's challenges. The number of Catholic churches continues to grow, and despite Lebanon's turbulent past, its Christian communities, particularly Catholics, have stood strong. This resilience has kept the faith alive in one of the most diverse yet troubled regions of the world. Number 2. Nigeria. You might not expect it, but Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, is home to a large and growing Christian population. As of 2023, Nigeria has approximately 400 Catholic churches, serving a Christian population of about 100 million people, around 45% of the total population. The Catholic community is concentrated in the southern and central regions of the country, where cities like Lagos and Abuja have thriving Catholic parishes. In 2010, the number of Catholic churches was around 350, showing steady growth over the past decade. This growth is driven by Nigeria's rapidly expanding population, which now exceeds 220 million. But even more shocking is the resilience of Nigeria's Christian community in the face of increasing challenges from insurgent groups like Boko Haram, which has specifically targeted Christians and churches in the northern regions. Despite these threats, the Catholic Church continues to flourish, playing a crucial role in the education and healthcare sectors, particularly through organizations like the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria. What's remarkable is how the Catholic Church has helped bridge religious divides, particularly in central Nigeria, where interfaith dialogue is promoted as a way to ease tensions between Christian and Muslim communities. The Catholic presence in Nigeria is a testament to the faith's resilience in the face of adversity. Number 1. Indonesia. Finally, top on our list, we have Indonesia, the largest Muslim-majority country in the world. But you might be surprised to learn it also has a notable Christian population, particularly Catholics. As of 2023, Indonesia has around 300 Catholic churches, serving a Christian population of around 8 million, which accounts for about 3% of the total population of 276 million. Back in 2010, there were about 250 Catholic churches, and the growth has been largely in the Eastern Islands, such as Flores and Timor, where Christianity is more prominent. The Catholic Church in Indonesia plays an important role in education and social welfare, operating schools, hospitals, and charitable organizations across the country. But what's even more surprising is how Indonesia, despite its majority Muslim population, continues to maintain a high degree of religious tolerance. The Catholic Church has worked closely with the government to promote interfaith dialogue, helping to ease tensions that occasionally arise between different religious communities. In reality, the Catholic community in Indonesia continues to thrive, with new churches being built and more people turning to the faith, particularly in regions like West Papua. This growth, along with the country's commitment to religious harmony, makes Indonesia a truly unique country on this list. Outro. If these surprising facts about Catholic communities in Muslim-majority countries caught your attention, you're in for something even more mind-blowing. Right there on your screen is another video that will absolutely blow your mind: 10 Muslim countries where people are becoming Christians. It's packed with shocking facts, real stories, and eye-opening stats about a global religious shift you never saw coming. Trust me, this is one video you don't want to miss. Click it now and uncover some of the most fascinating transformations happening today. You'll be amazed at how these stories are changing the landscape of faith in the modern world. Don't forget to check out our store. Click the link in the description or head over to the bio and grab something awesome today.